and feel for you?
No words for that one. Well deserved, much needed, all that.
All right, you took my questions. How does this feel, and what does this mean to the growth of this program as you are now 9 games into this?
It feels fantastic. When we play a game the way we played against New Mexico, McKenzie and I were just talking about it. We did absolutely the opposite of what the game plan was. And I had no idea that they would bounce back and do. I knew they were capable, but tonight they started from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. They stuck to the game plan. And I just hope this win gives them confidence in the trust in the game plan and trusting one another.
Your first win over a ranked team as SMU's head coach, does it feel any different than a big win over a ranked team as an assistant coach or as a player?
Absolutely, of course, because now you get the credit. Well, a win is a win. When you prepare, you prepare extremely hard, whether you're an assistant coach or the head coach. The fun is seeing the young ladies celebrate the win because of the effort that they put in. They prepared. They heard a lot of stuff from me the last couple of days that they probably didn't want to hear, but when they get wins like that, I guess that'll buy me a couple more bad days with them.
You talked about your players sticking to your game plan. You gave up 6 points in the first quarter and 13 in the first half. Specific to the defensive end, what was the game plan coming in?
Well, to know your personnel, know whether or not you was guarding shooters, know who was the immediate threat. Their 2 leading scorers were held in check, and the team defense was extremely focused. We didn't go out and guard non-shooters. In Mexico game, we went out and guarded a lot of non-shooters. We did everything opposite. They stuck to the game plan, so it tells me they was extremely focused, and they were determined to come out and bounce back.
Kenzie, what was the mood like in the locker room at halftime when you're looking at a 29-13 advantage over a ranked team? What were you and your teammates talking about in there?
Right, I think we came in there, we were really excited. Everybody's yelling, hype, and then we kind of had to ground ourselves, stay focused. We can't come out here because they're a ranked team, obviously. They're not going to come out and lay down. We got to come out and still execute the game plan, like you said. So just we had to humble ourselves for a second and go out there and play hard.
When you're up 16 at halftime, do you even talk about adjustments? What was your message at the end of it?
Yeah, you have to talk about adjustments because even though it looked easy, it wasn't easy, but they was extremely focused, and we knew that a top 25 team, legendary coach, Hall of Fame coach was going to make some adjustments. And I know he was in there saying we can play a lot better. We haven't gotten our top scorers, our leading scorers involved, so I knew they were going to come to them. So we had to make some adjustments to make sure that we kept doing what we were doing. The thing is, what we did not do was continue to push the transition. Mm-hmm. That's where we was hurting them in the first half. I was wanting to turn it up a little bit more, but we played conservative, and I'll take it.
They had Danni Williams, 21 points, and for a while there it looked like if she was in the gym, she was in range. Was the key, were you trying to defend her or keep the ball away from her by defending everyone else before they could get it to her?
Well, we were trying to do both. The thing was, we knew if she touched it, we knew she had the capability of shooting it, like you said, from anywhere in the gym. And it doesn't matter whether she take a dribble or not. She can raise up and shoot with a hand in her face. We knew that was the threat, and McKenzie was doing a very, very good job on it. Then I kind of got upset on the bench when her and Morgan switched off because it was a transition possession, and Morgan was a little bit late. And it takes a player like that to make only one. And if she makes 2, then all of a sudden the rim gets huge, and you saw that. I'm just glad she missed the last shot. I didn't want her to touch the ball. You glad too?
Amen.
As the margin got smaller in the second half, either in the timeouts when you're on the bench or even when you and some of your teammates talked on the floor, what were you guys talking about as it got a little tighter and tighter as the clock went
I think
back?
the main focus was definitely to protect our court. We're undefeated at home, and so that was really important to us. And so we just kept gathering each other and kind of saying, like, we're fine, like, let's go get this. This is ours. And I don't think we ever questioned that we were going to win that game, to be honest. We went in with a lot of confidence, and I think that's really important.
I love hearing that. I mean, come on. No, let me tell you what I love hearing is that they're taking ownership of their court. They never felt for a doubt that they was not going to protect their court, and I saw that with the confidence that they came out and played with. But I hadn't heard that. I hope they start telling me that so I can sleep a little bit better at night.
Coach Blair was talking about how he wished that he didn't have to play his center 40 minutes. Was there a point when you saw Hillsman dragging a little bit and you tried to intentionally go into the paint more to take advantage of her fatigue?
Yeah, we saw it, but he also made some adjustments to protect her. We were trying to exploit her. She was backing off, forcing us to shoot the shots, but you saw that was the first play I drew up in coming out in the fourth quarter. Deja went right at her. Even though she backed off her, she drove all the way into her lap and still made the shot. So, yeah, we were trying to go at her intentionally.
38 and a half seconds left. You called timeout. What'd you say to your team? What'd you draw up?
I just told them we was going to go out and win the game. We had to go out and what did I draw up? I can't remember. I was in a blur.
Yeah, same.
Can you remember this?
No.
At the time, yes.
McKenzie, you know that I know what I drew up. I'm not. We on television.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give him what I drew up.
That's scouting. Yeah. We can't do that. I know, Coach. But defensively, he talked about just locking them up, giving everything we got that last possession. I think that we really carried that out.
What we did, there was going to be a defensive and an offensive possession. You have to talk about both. We talked about going out being extremely solid. I figured I had one of my best defensive groups out there, and we sat and talked about that. And I said, the only thing we have to do is stick to our principles. And when the ball goes up, stay disciplined, do not foul. Box out, get the rebound, because the rebound will win us the game.
Almost as soon as the buzzer sounded, President Turner was on the court talking.
Love
to you.
it.
What did he say?
Love it. He said I scared him to death. And he congratulated me on the win. We made it interesting. But you know what? He said, I love it. They're fighting hard. And I love the fight that they have in them. They haven't quit. You can't ask any more from your players as a first-time coach.
What does this do for you going forward, confidence-wise, and as you head to the next part of your schedule?
To be honest, I'm not sure why our confidence ever wavers. Only problem is when we don't carry out the game plan, And I think, like he said, this gave us more trust. I don't know why, like I said, why we ever don't have trust, but we don't always perform like we do trust them. But I think that this really showed us, like, if we just do what we are told, carry out the game plan, we'll win games. Hello.
You have to get excited about that. I know a little bit more than what she may know in the process of this. I see them growing up in front of my eyes. They don't see the finished product yet. It don't necessarily show up in whether or not we win or lose the game, but I see the growth. We just have to be patient and go through the process, and I think if they stay patient, did you see the poise that they played with tonight? They were poised, and if they have composure and believe, they'll get more wins than losses.
You're 9 games into this. Is it faster than you expected to pull off a win like this over a ranked team?
The thing about, I would say yes to that if we haven't been tested. We had some games that already tested us, some road games. And even though I think those losses were the blessing in disguise that allowed me to say some things that I hadn't said to the team since I've been here. So they saw a different side of Coach, because I know it's in them and I wanted to bring it out of them. And those losses was the key to helping us win in an unfortunate way.
Anything else?
Thank you much.
You got it.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.